speak to a constitutional lawyer. That's Professor Mutaha Kang, who's joining us from our Nakuru offices. And good evening, Professor. Good to see you, and obviously for keeping you waiting for a long time. But talk to us about impeachment, Prof. How easy or how difficult is it to impeach a president in this country currently?
First of all, let me mention Dr. Mutaha Kangu, not yet professor. Yeah. But the point is that the Constitution provides for impeachment. It is not an easy process. First, it has to go through the National Assembly. Secondly, it has to go through the Senate. And if it succeeds in both stages, that's when you say you can have it. But most important is the fact that it is not just something you walk into Parliament and say, I have brought an impeachment. The Constitution under Article 145 requires that you must allege one of three grounds that are set out under the Constitution. The President can only be impeached, one, for gross violation of the Constitution or the law. Secondly, if there is reasonable ground to believe that the president has committed a crime under international law or under Kenyan law. And thirdly, if you can prove that the president has engaged in gross misconduct. And I need to emphasize that our own courts have already pronounced themselves on these questions. What gross means, gross violation of the Constitution means, gross misconduct means, and Kenyans will remember the case of Martin Wambora, the governor of Embu. He went through the courts, and the courts made it very clear that it is not every violation of the Constitution that would lead to an impeachment. The violation that leads to an impeachment must be gross. And the courts defined that in a manner that would make it very difficult for anybody to easily prove that, or that there was gross misconduct and all that. So you must allege a ground. And once you have alleged that, the Constitution requires that a member of the National Assembly would require the support of 1/3 of members to make the allegation. And then once he makes the allegation, the National Assembly must pass that with a vote of 2/3 of the members. Now, if the National Assembly passes with 2/3, then the motion that has passed is referred to the Senate. The Senate then may resolve to establish a committee to investigate the matter. The committee may find that the matter is proved and it must go to the full House of the Senate, or that the matter is not proved, that it ends there. Now, if they find that the matter has been proved and it has to go to the full House, then the Senate will have to pass the motion after hearing the president with a vote of 2/3 before you can be able to say an impeachment has been secured. And so, in my view, it is not a question of just having numbers in the two houses of parliament. The president would still, President Uhuru would still want to find out if Raila becomes president, has Raila committed any a violation of the Constitution that would be regarded as a gross one, as to require impeachment, or would he have committed any offense under international law or under Kenyan law, or would he have conducted himself in a very gross manner? So he will need to lay that, and so it's not enough. I am hearing him say that, but I don't think that it is a walkover as he thinks. It's not a question of numbers. There are constitutional requirements that must be proved, and I think it will not be easy to do that. For the moment, Jubilee is saying they have majorities in the two houses, but I am not sure that, I don't think those majorities reach 2/3 that would enable them to pass the motion in the two houses as required by the Constitution.
They haven't reached the 2/3. We had yesterday the Deputy President at Citizen TV say they have 19 to the number. The President said 13. What is coming out clearly is that they don't have the absolute majority or the supermajority. But you have explained that comprehensively. My last question is this. Looking at that procedure, determining if he's capable in all those three ways that you mentioned, tell us briefly, how much time do you think it can take to logically impeach a president? How much time? Just briefly, and then we'll let you go.
It will be quite some time because, you know, nobody will go down without using all the available avenues in law to defend himself. And a good example is what happened with Martin Wambora. We went through a whole 4 years with Martin serving as governor as matters were going on through the courts, from the High Court to the Court of Appeal and so on. And so I do not think it is going to be easy for them because first, a president will be sworn in, he has to settle into office, and you must identify some offense he has committed for you to bring a charge. And you have to lobby members. And knowing our politics, I can assure you, Ken, that the moment someone gets sworn into president, even those numbers President Uhuru is talking about, he will be shocked when he realizes that they have swiftly changed. Our politicians will switch camps overnight, and he will be shocked to find that he doesn't have them. And so he will turn around to start looking for the numbers, and he realizes that he doesn't have them. So it will take quite some time. Nobody will just sit there, and one can serve a whole term when you are still going up and down with a motion of impeachment, with injunctions in court and so on.
All right. Well said, Daktari. Thank you very much. Speaking there to us is Dr. Mutaha Kang'u. He's actually my constitutional law teacher, so if I'm doing too badly, it's because of him. Thank you very much for speaking to us from Nakuru. Press Pass continues. Bye.